What if I told you that there is a woman who is 75 years old, but many people are sure that she looks decades younger? Most people will immediately think of expensive procedures or some unique secrets of youth. However, the story of Janet Osborne surprises in a completely different way. Her lifestyle is based on simple habits that are accessible to almost everyone. No complicated systems or extreme methods. Just a few daily principles that she has been following for years, and they are the ones that help her keep active, energetic, and in impressive shape even at the age of 75. Watch the video to the end, and we will reveal her main secrets of youth. So, let's get started. One of Janet's main principles is regular home workouts. Many underestimate this factor. People like to think that being fit requires ideal conditions, modern equipment, and expensive fitness clubs. But something else is more important for the body: regular movement. With age, the body begins to gradually lose muscle mass. At the same time, strength decreases, coordination deteriorates, and the overall level of activity decreases. But physical activity helps the body to resist these changes. The peculiarity of home workouts is their accessibility. When you don't have to go anywhere to practice, you're much less likely to miss a workout. That is why many people get better results from simple regular activities at home than from an ideal program that they perform only from time to time. Every workout seems to remind the body that the body still needs to stay strong and agile, and the body responds to the signal by adapting. Therefore, people who continue to move even into adulthood often remain active much longer than their peers. But there is one more interesting detail. Janet trains with her mom. At first glance, it looks like a common family habit. However, in fact, there is an important principle of longevity hidden here. Many people believe that health depends solely on willpower, but the people around us influence our habits much more than we think. When you have someone around who shares your goals, it becomes easier to maintain discipline and stay on track. Joint training provides additional motivation. On days when you don't want to practice, there's a person who helps you not to miss a workout. In addition, physical activity becomes not just a duty, but a way to spend time together. There is another important point. Social connections themselves are linked to health and longevity. When a person regularly communicates with loved ones, receives support, and feels like a part of something bigger, this has a positive effect not only on mood, but also on overall well-being. Janet's next habit seems so simple that many people don't even think about its meaning. She closely monitors the water balance. Our body constantly uses water for a huge number of processes. Without enough fluid, cells work less efficiently, and the body begins to use resources less economically. There is one problem with age. The feeling of thirst becomes less pronounced. A person may already need water, but they don't always notice it. As a result, many people have been living in a state of mild dehydration for years. Lack of fluids can affect energy levels, concentration, and overall well-being. Sometimes a person explains fatigue with age, although one of the reasons may be a banal lack of water. Interestingly, people often look for complex ways to improve their health, forgetting about the most basic needs of the body. But it is fundamental habits that usually have the greatest effect over a long distance. Another feature of Janet's lifestyle is that she spends a lot of time in the sun. Today, many people are indoors most of the day. Increasingly, work, transportation, shopping, and recreation take place under artificial lighting. Therefore, natural sunlight becomes a kind of deficiency for the body. The sun helps the body produce vitamin D, which plays an important role in maintaining healthy bones and muscles. But its significance is not limited to this. Natural light helps regulate the internal biological clock. When a person regularly spends time in the sun, it is easier for the body to maintain a healthy sleep and wakefulness regime. And a good night's sleep is one of the main factors of recovery. Plus, being outdoors often means more movement. People walk, spend less time sitting, and get extra physical activity almost unnoticeably. If you carefully study the lifestyle of Janet Osborne, it becomes obvious that her secret of youth is not associated with any miraculous remedies or expensive procedures. In her story, there is no magic pill that can stop aging, no extreme experiments on the body, or complex techniques that are available only to a select few. One of the main elements of her lifestyle is regular home workouts. They help to keep muscles toned, keep joints mobile, and improve coordination and endurance. At the same time, classes at home provide an additional advantage. They do not depend on the schedule of gyms, weather conditions, or other external factors. A special place in her life is occupied by joint studies with her mother. This habit benefits not only physical health, but also an emotional state. When a loved one is around, it is much easier to maintain discipline. Another important component of her lifestyle is maintaining water balance. Janet makes sure that the body gets enough fluids. Water is involved in almost all vital processes. It helps deliver nutrients to cells, supports the normal functioning of internal organs, affects skin condition and energy levels. Janet does not forget about regular outdoor activities. Sunlight helps the body maintain its natural biological rhythms, improves sleep quality, and has a positive effect on mood. Each of these habits individually may seem too simple and even insignificant. However, this is precisely the main lesson of the Janet Osborne story. Janet's story reminds us that youth is not just a matter of age. In many ways, it depends on your lifestyle, attitude to your body, and willingness to take care of yourself on a daily basis. Her example shows that you can keep active, energetic, and interested in life at any age if you consistently adhere to healthy habits. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video, which has now appeared on your screen.